Hello and welcome to Flippin Through, the internet's #1 Mad Magazine news, review, and interview channel. And today we're flipping through Mad Magazine number 336, released June 1995. Cover price $1.99, which is indeed cheap. But before I do that, hey, thank you guys so much for watching. Thanks for tuning in. And thanks for hitting subscribe, hitting thumbs up, leaving comments down below. We're at 533. Hopefully we'll be higher after that. Did you catch my live stream last night? Well, there may not have been one last night, depending on when you watch this. But I'm assuming it's fun. I'm recording this before it actually happened. Anyway, hey, do you want to support me in another way? Patreon.com/flippinthrough. That is another way you can support me. Give me a couple bucks. Give me $1. You get a 6 set of stickers. Give me like $5. Boom. I'll give you a stencil, an Alfred E. Newman stencil. And you know what? It looks really cool when you spray paint it onto stuff. Yeah, patreon.com/flippinthrough. Hey, I want to thank the people who currently support me on Patreon. That's Ed, Misamo, David Strickler, Megan McInerney, Shane Buckley, Bobby Weigel, Cam Hayden, Rob Wilson, Rod Mead, Sperry, Andrew Goldfarb, Casey Ori, and Little Cozy Nostril. I hope I can keep on earning the support. With that, what am I going to do? Oh, yeah, I'm going to go back to the... great. Back to the overhead. Pulling up madcoversite.com, which I forgot to do. What am I doing? What is it? 336. That's it. Anyway, I thought that this was kind of a fun cover for a few reasons. One, apparently there is a new Beavis and Butthead thing happening, but it's on Paramount Plus. It's like, what? What am I going to do with Paramount Plus? Like, watch Survivor and Beavis and Butthead? Like, what the hell? Why do you guys do this? Why do streamers studios, are you getting that much more money out of it versus a contract with Netflix? They must, right? There must be some payoff that I'm just not aware of. Anyway, in this issue, we like burn TV's ER, Lois and Clark, rap music. They've gone back to this well a number of times. Video games, Beavis and Butthead grow old. Oh, doesn't it suck the way MAD depends on us to sell their stupid magazine? You said depends. All right, who did this? Sam? Somebody named Sam? Is that Sam Viviano? I don't think that's his signature, is it? Anyway, Beavis and Butthead's cool. I like it. It's also, do you guys notice there's not really Alfred E. Newman on it? He's there. I don't know. That doesn't really seem to count. It's almost like they do that sometimes, or it'll be like a little one. It's slightly bigger, though, normally when they do it. They just did, I guess they were like, well, if we do 3 teeny ones, that's like 1 little one. I don't know. Anyway, here we go. Oh, this is, you know what? You know I love it. I love to see it. So do you. Some classic suicide subscriber humor. There's nothing better than it. More suicide humor. Look, we got some Dr. Jack Kevorkian stuff. Is that Lenny Brenner? Who else? What else do we have here? It's hard to tell because it's just like, there's Paul Coker. I don't know. This is the worst table of contents ever created. Front cover artist, Sam Viviano. That is who it is. It just looks so not like his work, right? I don't know. I guess that was the point. Here's the letters and tomatoes department. Wait a second. Did they not have... Here we go. I'm going to zoom in on this and stay zoomed in to show the masthead. The UN is a place where governments opposed to free speech demand to be heard. Oh, that is wisdom. Here we have, what is that called? The masthead? Is that what it's called? Sorry, guys, I'm disgusting. I'm like slightly under the weather still. William Gaines, founder. Jeanette Kahn, president. Paul Levitz, executive vice president, publisher. Joe Orlando. This is DC staff. This is not Mad Magazine staff per se. Nick Meglin and John Ficarra, editors, Lenny Brenner. That's where you get into the actual Mad staff. Yeah, Jeanette Kahn, she was the president, editor-in-chief of DC, which owns this. So if you were curious about that. Here we have Dorothy Crouch, resident suit. Does that mean lawyer? Here we have the dysfunctional family circus. Letters to Mad, your hilarious takeoff on my favorite comment, the dysfunctional family service, was well made. If only I could come up with ideas that funny and draw that well. My only criticism is that the cartoonist signed himself Bill Spleen. Doesn't this Spleen guy know how to spell his first name? Bill Keane. That's exactly the type of witty repartee I would expect from the creator of Family Circus. Anyway, what have I created? Nothing. All right? And that's the great thing about being a critic. I don't have to create anything. I can simply criticize it. Anyway. Sick ER. Oh, it's not even, we don't even get a sincere look at Dr. Jack Kevorkian. Let's see him, though. Let's just kind of cruise around this beautiful splash page. And it is beautiful. We got like 2 pages of it. Oh, we got Jack Kevorkian. We got, I don't know, there's George Clooney. Here's some lady. I don't remember who any of these people are except for George Clooney. I guess Noah Wyle, right? Dr. Noah Wyle. Mummy Dearest. But yeah, this was like, I remember this show being huge. This show, and what was that other show that, Northern Exposure, about people who live in Alaska? That was another one that was really popular, right? We need some steri strip. I don't know what that means. Should I know that joke? Scotch tape. Scotch tape? I'm in a hurry, all right? Oh, look at Alan Alda. That's funny. A little MASH reference. I could get behind that. Let's zoom out. Sick-er. We're going to keep cruising through this. There we go. I got to the part I wanted to be at, which is Duck Edwing, the trailblazing transportation travesty. I say, Baron Verwinkel, what do you think of my personal mode of transportation? In truth, sire, I view it to be a trifle primitive. In my native land, we used horse and a whip. Thank you, Baron von Winkel, for a brilliant suggestion. Oh, boy. Oh, look at this. Rick Tolka. Drink this all in. This is like, look at it. Look how beautiful this is. Rick Tolka's the man. Let's zoom in. The makes about as much sense equivalency chart. I think that this is one of those like, not patterns, but like formulas that MAD did a lot where it's like, this is the same as this. That's what equivalency means, right? From the Latin equii, meaning the same or equal. You guys should fact check me on that. Smoking low-tar nicotine cigarette makes about as much sense as drinking Drano Light. I don't know about that. That's a little bit of a false equivalency. Believing that some boob on cable TV ad will make you a real estate tycoon makes about as much sense as believing that watching MASH reruns will make you a good doctor. That's equivalent. Tuning in to hard copy for news makes about as much sense as listening to rap music for clever rhymes. Gonna blow you away on Saturday. Listen, this is like, maybe it's because I listened to rap music as a child. this just reminds me of like my father's criticisms of rap. And I don't know. I always thought it was, I don't know. I expected my father to be more open-minded about rap music, considering he was a literary fellow. Maybe not. Okay, listen. You don't have to like the content, but I do. Anyway, I think that a lot of the rhyme structure is more complex than people give it credit for. Anyway, buying a car capable of going 200 miles per hour makes about as much sense as owning a 36-hour clock. I don't know, but it would be fun to own a car that goes 200, right? Just knowing that you could. Spending billions on the Star Wars defense system after the Cold War already ended makes about as much sense as starting lambada lessons now. I don't know. I don't get that reference either. What the heck? The lambada? Ooh, getting pumped up artificially with steroids makes about as much sense as slimming down by having vital organs removed. I don't know. I think steroids get a bad rap. Why am I arguing so much with a Mad Magazine gag? Jeez Louise. Looking a mad look at cheating. Let's zoom in on this. All right, look at this chap. Oh, hits it in the woods. Oh, look it. That's where it lies. Oh my gosh. He was Frenching in the woods. He doesn't want that ruined. He ruined it up. Got ace up his sleeve. Ooh. How about this? Look, I'm going to go out with the boys. Oh, he's going on a date. Wait, and then so she goes and Frenches some guy? But where did that guy come from? I don't know. I don't really get that one. I'm going to be honest. I don't really get that one. Here we have When Beavis and Butthead Grow Old. Now, Beavis and Butthead, wait, what year is this? 95. When Beavis and Butthead first came on the scene, what was it? It was like, it wasn't even a full cartoon. Like, it changed into a cartoon the way like Futurama or The Simpsons is. But when it first came on, it was like they would show clips from music videos. And I know like a lot of you watching are likely aware of this. But I think that's kind of interesting, the way that shifted into its own thing. It was like, it almost seemed like it was just a way to present music videos on MTV in a different way. I'm not sure if they would ever do like full length ones, but I remember like, was it like a Pearl Jam or a Nirvana video I watched in Beavis and Butthead? I don't know. But here's, I don't know, some kind of cool Sam Viviano stuff. One thing that I like best, the frick, a fruit fly, get away from me, about Viviano is that he would do these cartoon ones. So like when they did The Hunchback of Notre Dame or like this, you get, he would do most of that cartoon stuff. And I liked that. A lot of times, like I think Kyle Bridget, when he was on, he pointed out that like Cracked did a lot of that, the cartoon lampooning. Mad Magazine didn't. But when they did, those few times that they actually did make fun of something cartoon related, it was Viviano who was doing the art for it. And I don't know, I'm glad that they did that. I sort of wish they would still do that. I think that a lot of that Disney stuff that's getting put out is really worth making fun of. Like, did they ever really dig into Frozen? Right? Like, Frozen kind of sucks. Like, all those characters are kind of like shitheads. I hate almost all of those characters, except that, like, the retarded snowman that they drag around everywhere. He's pretty sweet, but everybody else kind of sucks. Pin the tail. Oh, less successful video versions of traditional kids games. What did they do? Did they like design this on like a Macintosh SE or something? Jeez Louise. Pin the tail on the donkey. A dodgeball. Oh, the CRT TVs. This is artist and writer John Caldwell. So you know I'm going through the whole thing. Hide and seek. Virtual yo-yo. Look at that. Look at the Game Glove. What was that called on Nintendo? Jump rope. No, what's funny is like how many of these ended up being like Nintendo Wii games. Game Boy Hopscotch. Odds and evens. Odds and evens. What's that? Is that sticks? That spin the bottle. All right, what else is there? Here we go. We get one more page of it. Tag. I'm it. You win again. Musical chairs. Cat's cradle. And patty cake. I love that. That's really cool. How about this, though? We have a hidden message. Shocking in-your-face performance artist makes senators like Jesse Helms unhappy about the state of our country. So what's the problem? This is what they used to do like early on before they had the drawn-out dramas. They would have things like this, these sort of text-based jokes. And Donny Osmond's comeback just didn't seem to take. So what's the problem? This is manic right here. You can tell this is a manic spy versus spy because the amount of sound effects. Oh, he's lighting it up. Oh, and it's a tank. Boom. Yeah, there we go. Manic and Edwing. There we go. What did I say? I'm a genius. I'm a human genius. The Inner Child Uncovered. Artist Val Semix. Writer Darren Johnson. What is here? I got to look this up because I don't remember Val Semix. Whoa. Wait, what? No. Where's Val? Val Semix. This is the only appearance. Huh. That's interesting. Saying like, this seems like, maybe it wasn't like distinct enough a style, but I think the one-time artists are one of the more interesting things about Mad Magazine because like, what was it? What was it that where they didn't make the cut? Maybe they didn't give a shit. Maybe they were like, all right, I got to here. They're just putting stuff out everywhere. They're just work for hire. They're a hired gun. The Adult Situation. Go ahead and take me to court. I've got the best lawyer in the city. Well, I've got the best lawyer in the state. Yeah, well, my dad can lick your dad. Yeah, where? Ugh. It takes on a different meaning these days. The Adult Situation. Two-faced mudslinger. Fast-talking backstabber. The Inner Child Uncovered. Boogerface, duty head. Yeah, so I wonder, like, maybe this just wasn't distinct enough an art style to warrant more work. Or maybe the person is just being in Mad Magazine is not what they consider the pinnacle of their career. The Adult Situation, Jenkins gave me these, but I need you to take care of them. The Inner Child Uncovered. Tag, you're it. That's kind of funny. Well, it's funnier is that these, like, this one isn't a child, but that one did become a child. Very interesting. The Adult Situation. Tom's been seeing Cindy, and from what I can tell, it's pretty serious. The Inner Child. Tommy's got a girlfriend. Tommy's got a girlfriend. Oh, that's sweet, though. The Adult Situation. This is a risky investment, but I think you should go for it. If it's so great, why aren't you in on it? I dare you. Dares go first. This is kind of a fun one. Oop. I'm gonna start doing oh, look. I actually want to take a picture of this. All right, hold on. Because I want to perfect my Dave Berg illustration. And the only way I can do that is pictures like this where I get what he looks like. Anyway, it's hard to find pictures of Dave Berg. That's what I'm saying. Okay, guys. Here's Mad's grab bag of helping hints. Artist Monty Wolverton. Do you think that he might be related to Basil or Basil Wolverton? You're right. It's his boy. It's his baby boy. Number one son, Monty Wolverton. And I don't know. I think he did a great job with taking his dad's style, but like differentiating it, maybe modernizing it a little bit more. It's clear it's his father's style, but it's different enough where it's not like, oh, you're just on the coattails or something. He's a very talented man. Confused by your insurance policy? Set your house on fire and you'll find out what you're covered for. Strap a flare gun with a gravity trigger to your head. That way, if you should fall and knock yourself out, the gun will fire, summoning help. Here we go. If you have a walk through a tough urban neighborhood, gash open your nose with a straight razor. Criminals will think you've already been mugged and leave you alone. If you have a double-paned window, you can make a giant ant farm by filling the space between the panes with sand and adding your favorite species of ant. Would that work? That'd be kind of cool. Wouldn't it? I might not read all of these, but take a moment to just appreciate this, man. Like the amount of details and stuff, it's lovely. Look at all the rendering. I don't know, there's like these weird angles he's going. Wait. Oh, there he is. I see it. He's falling off of a cliff. That's kind of cool. Why is it turned like that? Oh, jeez. Look at that. He does this thing. This is like so cute. Like the little wallpaper he did. If you suspect that someone is trying to poison you, you can foil their attempts by not eating or drinking anymore. Those fools. And look at this one. Remove a loose tooth by putting a firecracker under it, then light the fuse and get them. Oh, I don't know. I'm just so like, I can stare at it. It's a lot like his father's work, where it's just mesmerizing to look at, and all of these like little markings on the skin to create the shadow or the light right here. How it's like the dots are less dense. It's just it's really something else. I don't know. It's just such a blast to look at. Look at this, killing a bird. Kill two birds with one stone by killing a bird with a rock, then picking up the rock and killing another bird with it. Holy shit. Who wrote this? A. Cavarage. This is brilliant stuff. I love this. This is like, always tow a car of the same make and model as your regular car. That way, if you have a breakdown, you can pull the needed part from your spare car to fix it. Don't throw away your garbage each week. Save it. That way, if you ever need it, you'll have it. Oh, geez Louise. Whoops. Lois and Clark. Lotus and Clark. The new misadventures of Superman. I remember that was like a pretty good show. Angelo Torres is the artist. Writer, Arnie Kogan. That was actually, isn't that guy Asian? It was the first time they like race swapped a comic character. They were like, no, he's an Asian guy now. It's true, guys. Trust me. I don't just say things. That's it. That's the end of the sentence. I don't just say things. Other interesting infinity combinations. Artist Tom Bunk. This does not look like Tom Bunk. Oh, this looks like Tom Bunk. Let's go through these. An infinite number of decisions by Bill Clinton pertaining to an infinite number of issues with an infinite number of mitigating factors will produce one decision that Bob Dole says might be sort of okay. That's okay, sort of. Bob Dole likes burgers. What was that? What did he say? That's the problem with like these 1990s MADs, is that I get these like brief flashes of jokes or things from my childhood, like these little memories, but not the whole memory. It's just like these little fragments of things that don't even make sense to me. So why am I saying them on my show? I don't know, because I don't know how to have a show, you guys. An infinite number of Saturday Night Live hosts doing an infinite number of painful opening monologues. Wow, hosting a show is even cornier than going to Disney World. Ending with an infinite number of promises of good things to come. We got a great show for you tonight. We'll produce one great show tonight. Will it? Let's see. An infinite number of newspaper readers turning an infinite number of comics pages to look at an infinite number of Ziggy strips will produce one reader who smiles almost. Let's not make fun of Star Trek. Haven't those Trekkers suffered enough? An infinite number of parked cars on an infinite number of big city streets with an infinite number of blaring car alarms will produce one momentarily distracted pedestrian. An infinite number of tobacco industry spokesmen, right? They're the only scummy people to back up the tobacco industry, testifying before an infinite number of Senate subcommittees. The fact is, Senator, there is no hard scientific evidence that choking is harmful. On an infinite number of proposed tax regulations. This committee's attempt to ban our Joe Camel ads from highlights for children is unconstitutional. I have thoughts on that. Will produce one admission that tobacco may not be quite as good for you as mother's milk. It is possible that breastfeeding has some advantages over inhaling nicotine. Here's what I have to say. Joe Camel, I loved Joe Camel. I remember in downtown Minneapolis, there used to be this beautiful Joe Camel painted ad, painted on the bricks. It was just, made me want to smoke so bad. Guess what? When I smoked Camels, all right? Is there a connection? I don't know, and I don't care. Because right now, there is a Mountain Dew fucking alcoholic beverage. How can they make a soda and turn that alcoholic? And how is that okay? Anyway, if it's fucking good for the goose, it's good for the gander. I have a nostalgic connection to Joe Camel, and I resent how he was maligned by the media and how that beautiful mural was painted over and destroyed. Could have been historical. That's all I have to say. I'm sorry that I swore, you guys. This is a family show. Mad looks at the world of rap. Oh, man. I got like 2 minutes left. First off, who is this artist? Kyle Baker? It seems like they were giving a lot of people a shot. All right, not a lot of work from Kyle Baker, all within this time period. What is it? It's all like music-related stuff. That's actually kind of interesting. Yeah, it goes 94, 95, 96, 97, and then 2000. But this is a cool style. It's like real kind of sketchy. You can kind of see all like the India ink and stuff. I don't know. It's like, this is really interesting. Like the use of shading and everything. He uses a brush. That's what I'm discovering. I'm trying to make art myself, and so it's kind of helpful to start recognizing what other people are doing, or like, I'm not zoomed out. Look at this great thing, though. This guy threw in. There's all sorts of like these really great faces that he has created, and then look at that, the Arthur plant. Even if we accept that a lot of rap music is filled with sexual slurs, homophobia, acceptance of criminal behavior, and references to drug use, is it really the business of the U.S. Senate? Absolutely. Of course it is. They don't want the competition. It is funny, isn't it? Like all of the things that they went after with MAD, they went after with so many other things, right? Video games, rap music, video games again, rap music again. It's just whatever kids are into. That is the danger. That is the bane of the existence. And yeah, I don't know. It's kind of a shame. Here we have a beautiful fold-in. It's going to remain beautifully unfolded, but we are going to look at this. Newton's 3 laws of motion as applied to Newt Gingrich. An object at rest tends to stay at rest. Ooh, his approval ratings. Ouch. An object in motion tends to stay in motion. And then, for every action, there is an equal and opposite reaction. 4.5 mil. Subpoena. Hey, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in to flip through this issue of Mad Magazine. I sure hope you enjoyed it. Please consider subscribing. Give this video a thumbs up. Leave a comment down below. And if you really want to, support me on Patreon, patreon.com/flippinthrough. Anyway, hey, thank you so much for watching. Toodaloo.